Hey, Jeremy Epstein here with Never Stop Marketing, and I just wanted to share with you how the iPad has really revolutionized the way that I read and consume information, and I think made me a more effective marketer and business person. So typically, that hour after I put my kids to bed, 7:30 or 8, is kind of a wasted hour. I'm just spent, I'm exhausted, I veg, it's not so useful. But now what I do is I spend that hour with the iPad, and here's exactly what I do. So I subscribe to a lot of blogs, and I prefer Google Reader for that. So I've been reading that for years. I've got 100 blogs coming in here. I use the Google Reader app on the iPad to consume that. But also, like many of you, I get a lot of articles throughout the day that are sent to me as links. I'll see a lot of stuff on Twitter. I'm like, oh yeah, that's really good. So I use a specific service called Instapaper. And what Instapaper allows you to do really well is click a little bookmarklet at the top of your browser that says read later. So you see an article, it looks good, you just say click, read later, and it goes to the Instapaper service. So then all of the articles there get listed as here's exactly what I'm going to read. As you can see, I've got a few remaining for this one. And finally, I also use a free service called Dropbox. And in Dropbox, it synchronizes with your Windows machine, maybe your Mac machine. Online, you can put PDFs and what have you. So now, in that hour after I put my kids to bed, normally when I would just be totally exhausted, I kick back on the couch and I lean and I read all the blogs, 100 blog feeds or whatever per day that are coming in, 10 to 15 articles coming here, and maybe one PDF or what have you here. And all this sits on the iPad, and I can plow through it, really understand what's going on, and make use of that time. So I'm more efficient, probably because I'm reading faster. It's an easier form factor. I'm not hunched over my desk. I'm not reading piecemeal throughout the day, and I'm more effective because I'm using the time more wisely. So between the Google Reader, the Google app on iPad for the Reader, the Instapaper service, which is phenomenal. I actually bought this app. It's about $4, I think, and the Dropbox. Now, all of this data, all this information, I batch it at one time, I read it through, and I really have consumed it, and I enjoy just this form factor, lying back on my couch much more than I do leaning over the desk. So, just wanted to share that. Jeremy Epstein, neverstopmarketing.com. Hopefully, this was helpful. Thanks. Bye-bye.